All right, so it's Silver's on the scene. Silver's 1 and 2. We're in the city of Valdosta, Georgia. Look how beautiful the sky is. It is 90 degrees outside. Beautiful Friday afternoon around 3:20. We're going to explore the Valdosta Time Loop. Wish us luck. Just stay tuned. Okay, so we're back, and you can see right here Lakes Boulevard, right? So we just got off of I-75. You see where it says the ramp. So that's I-75. We're going over it now. So we were headed southbound. That's southbound. We just came from the northbound, right? Over there. And this is Lakes, what's it called? Lakes Boulevard. So it's also known as State Road SR. That's the SR 376. Okay. And so let me just tell the story real quick before we get there and we actually start documenting. So yeah, you can see right up my school bus needs to be clean. But anyway, that's another story for another day. But anyway, so the story is real quick to update you. So we're on SR 376, right? Okay, and we're in Lake Park, Georgia, which is just south of Valdosta, Georgia. So if you go to YouTube, you'll see the Valdosta Time Loop. Going back to the mid-90s, there were stories of people getting off the interstate. You saw as we just got off, there were restaurants and shops and heavily populated, but go back to the 90s, evidently it wasn't. So people would get off the interstate to get gas. They needed gas, and they would drive as we're driving in this direction on this road, SR 376, looking for a gas station. And they would finally come after many miles, and it felt like a while of driving. They would come across this gas station that looked very old, like circular pumps up top, and just, you know, outdated, like many, many years ago. 95 or so, that'd be like 30 years ago, they would think. So they go in there to use the bathroom. Kind of a creepy guy, thin, older man there, wouldn't speak much. They come back out, just a weird feeling in general. But what really changes the story to go a little wild is, so it wants you to turn here. Hold on one second. We got to see what we got to do here. Yeah, because it dead's in. Okay, so we turn and we'll get back on it. That's the part we didn't realize. Okay, so I thought it was just right here, but you can see there's a lot of people, a lot of places. So yeah, so then they would get back in their car and they would go to get back to the Interstate 75, and they would loop back around and be back at the gas station. And this would happen, like you see right here, East 376. So this would happen time and time again, like at least 3 times or so, to when they would eventually loop back around and see the same gas station. But this time, after like 3 or 4 loops around, it would be closed, boarded up, no longer. And at this point, that being freaky, they would immediately find the freeway, 75 we just got off, and they would be back on their way. And so this has been reported. Go to YouTube, Valdosta Time Loop. This has been reported many, many times. So we're here. We're going in to see if there is actually a loop. And from where I'm seeing online, we're about 7.8 miles where 376, SR 376 that we're on now meets SR 135. And supposedly in this area is where this gas station would be. Will we enter the time loop? Okay, and that becomes the question that we have to ask is, will we, Silver's 1 and 2, are we about to enter a time loop? Will we go in? Could I video in there? And will it be a different amount of time than what we're actually experiencing? See, I see that sign there, and I think about old gas stations. But as you see, there's a lot of people. So we got to get to a spot. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of places here. So we have to get to a spot to... Is it telling you to go this way? Oh, good. Okay, so we're just following the directions. We've pinpointed ourselves where 376, SR 376 meets 135, and that was in one of the videos. that we saw. So you can see here we're 7 miles out. Okay, so I'm going to cut camera for now. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and as you can see, horses is starting to be less populated. Okay, so here I am. Silvers 2 is driving over there, and I'm just curious. I'm curious about the whole thing. The biggest thing I'd like to accomplish here is all the stories. Of course, there's no video. There's nobody saying, "Hey, look, what everybody's saying. We experienced it, and we've got video of it." So that's the goal. Can we experience the exact same store, looping around several times, then seeing it boarded up and making our way back out? Can we experience that and video document it? So that's the goal, and we're back. It's a beautiful day, and we're back, and you can see, you know, a house, and then nothing. Cornfields, wheat fields, whatever. Farming. This is South Georgia. We're actually in the city of Lake Park, but it's Valdosta Time Loop is what we're searching for. So we're, I don't know how Silvers 2 feels. She's kind of quiet on it a little bit. She did have me send the link to someone. So if we don't come out and, you know, like, I don't know, 6 weeks goes by and maybe somebody will find this footage and they can put it on the found footage channel. And but look, there's nobody. Look, okay, so look, check this out. So this is very interesting. A gas station appears to be coming up, but it looks normal. Okay, so it's telling us we have about 4.5 miles. So where we're going is where SR 376 that we're on now deads in, if you will, into 135. And what is our plan when we get there? Well, I guess the initial, let's see, look, hold on a second. I think I've seen this place, like JP Foods. I was about to say JP Fools. So I've seen that place, like people thinking, but you know, that looks normal. I mean, so we're going to keep going. But there was a video that had a thumbnail of 376 sign and then 135 sign. So, yeah, churches. That church is bad roof. Question is, when we get out here, you see cars coming and going. Everything looks normal. Now, I was told today by a local in Valdosta about a place where you can go park your vehicle at the bottom of an incline, and put your car in neutral, and your car will go up the incline. And so, yeah, I don't know about that. So that's maybe for next adventure. Alapucci River. Can't really see it. Okay. So come along with us. Hopefully I haven't lost you yet. We have 3.1 miles. So when 376 that we're on now hits 135, right there to the left, there's a church. I think it's called Sardis Church Road. So there's a church there, and so that kept coming up. I was just trying to pinpoint on the map, and that kept coming up. So that's 2.8 miles, and there's probably a 0.2 of a mile to the end of the road. So back to what I was saying, when we get to that point, A, just look around and see what we see. B, drive around the area for a minute or two, just see what happens. So now this is weird because I think this is the first time there's really no cars around us. Is there a car behind us? Mm-hmm. So as you can see here, let me go. We have a car back there behind us. Okay. Nothing in front of us, as you can see. And it's mile 2. I wonder, yeah, there's 2 miles. Ooh. So that means this road, look at that. Beautiful. That means this road will end in 2 miles. Okay, he's stopping. Okay, the van just pulled off. You couldn't ask for a better setup. We now have no vehicles inside. There is some business there. Okay. There's no car. Here comes a truck. But it's just open land now. We have nothing inside as far as convenience store, gas station. I have plenty of battery power on this camera. I wanted to use this camera versus my iPhone in case I needed to make a phone call for help or just to see if the phone would work. So we are 2 minutes out, 1.3 miles away. What are you doing? The 55. So we're doing 55 down the road. Feel anything weird yet, babe? So this is interesting because it is further than I thought. Because there's nothing back there. I mean, there's been so much. It's heavily populated with stores and stuff like that. So that is one thing, that it's way out here, but it's daytime. I don't know if are the stories at nighttime. I don't know. I don't know if the stories are all at nighttime or not. So Silver's 2 said there's no specification on that. But you can see here, okay, so that's going to be the end of it right there. I just saw a car come by. Okay, we're still rolling. We're still rolling. And I think there might be even the person I spoke to earlier who's local, who'd never heard about this, said there may be an abandoned gas station that he's familiar with. Okay, so this is that thumbnail right here. So let's pull up here. And what we're seeing, there's no cars behind you, so we got time. End. 376 ends right here. Okay, you can see this sign. 376 ends. Okay. Go left. Let's go left first. Because I think there's a gas station or something right here, if I remember. And if so, hold on, slow down, babe. Slow down. Hey, pull in. No, let's go. Let's go. Oh. Okay, let's see what we got here. Stateville. Is that what he was? Statenville. That's what he was talking about. Statenville. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Keep going straight. Keep going straight. I got nothing. Going down. Because this is a 376. Maybe it's the other way. I didn't think it was, though. I thought it was this way. Look, that tree's beautiful. Okay, so when you see a good turnaround spot, we got nothing happening. I don't feel funky or weird. Now keep going down some. So now we're on SR 135 or Highway 35. I just want to see around this bend just if there's anything. Like I said, when we got here now, we're just trying to figure out, we're just driving like if we were doing the same thing they were doing, those trips, looking for a gas station. Because there's nobody on this road. Anybody behind us? Nobody behind us? Oh, here comes a car. So what we'll do, baby, we'll go down here and then we'll find a place to turn around, and we'll go back to where we were and go straight the other side. So it's 3:46 right now. Gosh, there's nowhere to... Isn't this wild? So, whatever you say about State Road 376, this State Road 1... Some fingerprints. This State Road 135, every once in a while a car nowhere to turn around. See those skid marks? I wonder if a deer tried to run out and they had to slam on their brakes or something. What will we see around the corner? Okay, all right. So at this point, just pull in right here at this sign and we'll back out. So I'm going to cut camera because we never saw anything. I'm going to turn camera back on once we I'm going to turn camera back on once we get back to where we came from, because it's going to be the same drive down there. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're back at the cross stop here, still on 131. You're good. Going back. So what we're going to do is, I'll note when we come back, there's Final Destination right here. There's Final Destination. So you see it says Junction 376. So that white car coming out is where we came out a moment ago. Just keep going straight. So this is where, see, this is where I believed everything was. Like there would be an old gas station here or something. Or something that looks like maybe there was. There's a lot of little paths coming off the road. Now there's more cars here. Nothing looks out of date. But we're going to keep driving down here. Now what we're going to do is, if, and from the experience going the other way, nothing's going to really probably show here. There's a whole bunch of old school buses. So 376 does go on the opposite side of the freeway too. Silvers 2 thinks that when we came down, they were going back to Florida, the first report back in the 90s. And you think if they would get off the freeway, why go back across it when you could just go right? Because you're trying to find gas as quickly as possible. So maybe we should have gone right just to, but I saw a thumbnail with the 135 on it, so I was thinking it was this way. Maybe it's the other way. But there is a lot of nothing out here. Okay, while we're driving, just keep driving. We'll look on the map and see. That's that Clydeville he's talking about. Okay, so there's a possibility that maybe, yeah. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are a bust coming this way, unless we're in a loop and don't know it. So we're gonna turn around and we're gonna go back and go the other side of the freeway. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back to civilization, if you will. So we're coming up, you see, heavily populated. We're on 376, but is known as Lake Parks. There's the Mexican place. That place is good if you're ever in town. Delish. Lakes Boulevard, okay? So here's what we're going to do. As I said in the video earlier, we're about to go right back over the freeway, the Interstate 75, okay? That was headed east, so now we're headed west. You'll see right here, 376 west. Take a look at the little car. Short, smart car. So now here we go over 75. That's this side 75 going north. The cars coming to us are going south. We got off the freeway right there, but we went left, which would be east. Now this is right going west. Now Angela believes if we go, we get the people who got off the original story would have gone right. Now we've stayed at this Holiday Inn, which makes it even creepier if the time loops this way, right? So we're going to go this way, and it says we have 5 miles, 5.3 miles to get to where 376 ends, okay? So we only have 6 minutes, so let's just keep videoing. Immediately, the one thing I notice immediately, right, is once you pass that Holiday Inn, business is in, right? I mean, it gets quicker, West 376, it gets quicker to Nothingsville almost immediately, right? And, we are actually in Valdosta. We are, okay, so viewers, I may have wasted a lot of your time, but I was going off a thumbnail, but you know what? Now, this makes sense because that was Lake Park. We are now in Valdosta, okay? And let's just see what happens because it's Time Loop Valdosta, right? So what we're looking for in the next 4.3 miles is if the scenery changes, if most important, are we going to see a gas station that just appears to be open. Now think about this. If you're driving down this road, okay, I'm talking to everybody in Silvers 2 here. If we're driving down this road, just random, wherever we're going, and you see an old gas station, I mean, it would, I've seen old gas stations before, old pumps. You know, I wouldn't think anything about it. I'd be like, oh, look, you know, gas station from 50 years ago, 60 years ago, but just sitting there. I mean, you know, somebody owns the land, don't want to take the pumps away or whatever. It would be an odd sight maybe, but not really. I don't know. But yeah, I could see now, think about them getting off the freeway. They turn right because they're looking for gas. None of that stuff was there then. So they're just going to drive. We did some turns and stuff to get where we went. That wouldn't make any sense. They would just keep on driving. Okay, but we're trying to stay on 376. This makes more sense now. So now I'm excited. Let's loop it, baby! So as you can see on either side, you know, you'll have a random house just right there. Just like any country road. You get away from the city and the population. Look at this tree. Ooh, I bet that got struck by lightning. I bet it was loud too. Or Bigfoot was over here. Angro. He was maybe over here aggro. And he was like, I'm going to snap a tree. 2.6 miles. Now what happens at the 2.6 miles is we end up where 376 ends. Okay? So we're on 376, SR3, State Road 376, because that's what the report said. And we're just going to take it as far as we can go. And really, at that point, we don't know what more we could do. Just looking for an old gas station. See anything, babe?
No.
You see anything?
No.
You see anything?
Nope.
Okay. So
Nope.
But this is what someone was telling me earlier, that Clayettville is where you would end up. And it's interesting because, oh look, that did get hit by, I think, lightning. It looked like it was burnt. That'd be interesting if you got two neighbors about a mile apart getting struck by lightning. Maybe there's some vortex over here we don't know about. But yeah, this does make more sense, especially if you're driving south. You're headed to Florida from Georgia or any state above. Jump off, go right. I'm needing some gas. So we're 1.2 miles. There's a lot of stuff going on there. There was a lot of stuff going on there. Now that looks like an old building back there, but it's contractor's entrance. That's nothing. Oh, what is this? So here's a big plant, PCA. Reduce speed ahead, it said. So Claytonville's coming up. We're still in Valdosta. We're coming up to our location. We're about a half a mile. But look at this. CPA. I don't know what that is. Big facility. So we opened up and this is here. Maybe this is where we're still half a mile out though. 0.4 of a mile to our marked location. I don't know what the PCA stands for. It says, I couldn't read it. Okay, maybe I can read it here. It's a big facility, right? A lot of trucks. Oh, look, one stop gas right there. So you just have to ask yourself, was that it? Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Yeah, turn around right here in this. There's another gas station right here. We're stopping, right? This is 31 and 376. Looks like a normal gas station. Normal pumps. Hunt Brothers Pizza. Look at there. Old pump. That's not an old pump, really. I guess it is, but this. Okay, pull right here. Pull right here. Just pull right here for a minute and stop. This looks old, doesn't it? The up top, but okay. So I want you to go to that next gas station, please. So I don't think there's any reason to take that 31. I mean, I think this is we've kind of. That's a beautiful tree, by the way. I see Lake Park's back that way. Okay, so go into here. So we're gonna pull into look at this little place. So of course you can see this is a new building, but could this have been a little spooky back there? No, okay.
Gas pump.
Yeah, just go around the gas pump. We don't want to get out. Back there looks spooky. I don't want to talk about that. Still pretty trees. I like it. Well, I mean, roll in your window, baby. So, like, I mean, they're not the newest probably, but they got all the, you know, I'd pump gas here and stuff. But, you know, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. He's going to go around probably right here. So just pull on up there. I'm not seeing anything that's freaky deaky treaky.
No,
I
she
mean,
wanna go in.
I could go in, but it don't look old to me.
No.
All right, so go ahead and pull us back out. I'll just finish up this video. It's beautiful trees. Well, we did it. I mean, we did our run, if you will. You know, I'm sure that probably wasn't here in 95. Maybe this is why no one's come, or maybe people have done what we're doing and they haven't experienced anything. There's cars around. Maybe you should come at night. I mean, what if you came at night and that place was didn't look the same? Well, I guess all I can say is we tried. We tried to enter a loop. We tried to, you know, investigate this, get some video footage on it, and it just didn't work out. So, but we still had fun. Now we're going to go eat. Valdosta Time Loop. maybe we'll do some more research and know a little bit more the next time we're in town. But until then, stay smiling and have fun. Peace. Angela says, peace.